Hello mga kabibig, welcome back sa ring bagong YouTube channel. Ito ay ito ang pinakamaingay, ang tabian kay ba? Eto na kabibig ha. Hala, may revelasyon si Congressman Eresi kung bakit siya tinanggal bilang Senior Deputy Minority Leader at pinalitan ni Lele de Lima. Nagkasagutan pa sila ni Garin at Eresi sa plenaryo. Puwersahang tinanggal pala siya ni Sandro Marcos after ng kahapon tungkol sa anti-political dynasty bill, yung sinabi ni Erese na bola, bola, bola Marcos, pinatawag pala. Pinatawag si Congressman Erese sa opisina ni Sandro Marcos. Hala ka, mga kabibig. So lahat ng mga politiko na di umano'y critic sa administrasyon ni BBM, talagang taktak sa kanang posisyon, ipatawag na yun, luoy kaayo. So yung impeachment na iyan mga kabibig, halata na talaga. 'Di ba? Parang ano ba? Parang sinasakalan yung ibang kongresista. Yung parang wala silang freedom na magdesisyon kasi posible silang mawala sa kanilang posisyon. Patawag ni Sandro or di kaya nako hindi mabigyan ng budget. Alok ka. So it's politically motivated talaga itong impeachment na to. Itong nangyari kanina kabibig ba sa plenaryo, ito yung magiging salamin na yung impeachment ni BP Sara ay scripted. Oo. Kinokontrol ng mga Marcos. Sabi pa ng BBM, hindi ko ano yan ha, wala akong pakialam dyan sa impeachment, tumahimik ka BBM. Yung anak mo si Sandro, example pa lang itong si Congressman Eresi, makinig tayo kabibig ha, kung ano ang nangyari, ito na talaga, wala na. Hinubara na talaga ni Congressman Eresi silang lahat. Bahala na ang tao manghusga kung ano ang inyong reaction hinggil dito. Watch this video.
Madam Speaker, I rise on a matter of
May we know the pleasure of the Honorable Egay?
question of personal and collective privilege.
May we know the...
Well, I just have to explain my side because I was suddenly removed and replaced as the senior deputy minority leader yesterday.
Would you like to transfer to the majority? The Honorable Egay Harisi has 10 minutes. Please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Yesterday, I was removed and replaced as senior deputy minority leader without any stated reason. But let me say this clearly. I have no bitterness about my replacement. In fact, I am honored that I was replaced by a fellow liberal and a far stronger fighter for truth and justice, Congresswoman Laila De Lima. She is a former senator, a former secretary of justice, and a woman who sacrificed 6 years of her life in prison for standing up against abuses in government and for speaking for the truth. If there is anyone more worthy to take my place, it is Congresswoman Laila De Lima. Kapasalamat din po ako kay Minority Leader Nonoy Libanan. Alam ko po na nakatali ang kanyang mga kamay. Malaki na rin po ang kanyang sakripisyo sapagkat madalas siyang tinatawagan ni Majority Leader Sandro Marcos dahil sa aking tuloy-tuloy na kritisismo sa mga polisiya ng Administrasyong Marcos. Policies, ulitin ko po.
Again, palaging tinatawagan ni Sandro Marcos dahil kay Erese. Galit si Sandro sa ginawa ni Erese. Galit si Sandro sa kung saan talagang Congressman Erese is fighting for what is the truth. Galit si Sandro mga kabibig. Yan na, lumabas na. Gusto nilang kontrolin lahat mga kabibig. May martial law ba sa Kongreso?
Policies, not personal attacks. Mr. Speaker, I believe that I have faithfully performed my duty as Senior Deputy Minority Leader. I have raised questions. I have spoken the truth. I have offered well-meaning criticisms in the interest of accountability. But it appears that this House leadership does not welcome criticisms. And that, Mr. Speaker, is the real problem of dynastic politics.
Yan
When
na.
the President of the Republic has a son serving as Majority Leader of this House, there is an unavoidable conflict of interest.
Oh, yan na. Banatan mo, Erese, ipamukha mo sa maraming Pilipino ang ginagawa nilang pagkokontrol sa Kongreso. Yan, Erese, go.
When a son becomes overly protective of his father instead of protecting the integrity of legislation.
Good.
Some time ago, I spoke about the failure of President Marcos to protect the integrity of the 2023, 2024, and 2025 national budget.
Yan na.
This Congress inserted and diverted some 1.45 trillion in the national budget. This is unprecedented in the history of our country. Defunding major foreign assisted projects and even the computer-generated maintenance allocations for our national highways. Kaya nagkasira-sira na po ang ating mga major highways. Funds from the PhilHealth and the PDIC were also diverted. Money that should have protected the health and savings of our people, only to end up in ghost projects
La,
or
sige.
substandard infrastructure. And so I ask, why did President Marcos allow this? Why did his cabinet remain silent? How could such massive diversions happen under his watch? Mr. Speaker, it is difficult to believe that this could happen without the knowledge, if not the tolerance of the President himself.
Correct.
Especially when the Speaker then of this House is his own close relative.
Correct. Punto por punto.
Hindi pa po
Tama.
ako tapos magsalita nang ako ay sunduin ni Minority Leader Congressman Libanan
Ooh.
at dalhin sa opisina ni Majority Leader Sandro Marcos.
Yan na.
Pagdating po namin, nandoon na rin si Speaker Bogie D. Nakaupo po ako, tahimik ako, sinita ako ni Congressman Marcos at tinanong, ano yun?
Ooh.
I replied that the anti-political dynasty advocacy has long been one of my advocacies. Ngunit, sinabi niya, hindi yon. Inaatake mo ang aking ama.
Ooh.
Ang sagot ko, ang kritisismo ay nakakatulong upang maituwid ang mga pagkakamali kung bukas ang isip ng mga nakikinig.
Alaka, yan na. Bulgar
Ngunit,
na.
Mr. Speaker, bakit kailangan questionin ng isang miyembro ng kapulungang ito ang aking talumpati? Kung may mali, kung may kasinungalingan, bakit hindi ako debatihin dito mismo sa plenaryo?
Tama.
Sa aking pag-aaral at sa aking patuloy na pagtatanong, lalo kong nauunawaan kung gaano kalaking pandarambong sa pondo ng bayan ang naganap sa loob ng 3 taon ng Administrasyong Marcos.
Ooh.
Lalo pa nang ipakita sa akin ni Congressman Leandro Libiste
Yan na.
ang ilang datos na tila nagpapakita ng pamahalaan ay parang pinapatakbo ng isang sindikato.
Halaka.
I intend to discuss this further in a separate privileged speech.
Yan na.
Mr.
Itingan
Speaker,
na.
every day I pray to the Lord to give me the courage and wisdom of discernment on what I should do with the responsibility entrusted to me. Madali sana para sa akin ang manahimik. Madali sana para sa akin na sumabay na lamang sa agos upang masiguro na mas tahimik ang buhay at baka manalo pa uli ako sa eleksyon sa 2028. Madali sana para sa akin na itigil na ang laban na ito na maaring tawagin ng iba na recklessness at padalos-dalos. But there is a greater calling, something that I cannot ignore, no matter how inconvenient it may be for me and for my family. Something that I cannot close my eyes. Just like when the Lord called Abraham and said, "Go from your country and your father's home to the land that I will show you." And Abraham followed without hesitation. He followed the Lord. Even the uncertainty is unimaginable because he trusted that the Lord would guide him and that he was doing something for God and for his fellow men. For me, what I'm doing is a bit risky. But that would already be an honorable life to live, despite all my weaknesses. 2 weeks ago, may isang gabinete ang kinausap ako. Sinabi sa akin, Guy, ang tingin ng Malacanang, Sara Duterte ka. Sabi ko po, nung panahon ng mga Duterte, ako yung kauna-unahan na nagsalita laban sa war on drugs. Tinanggalan pa nga ako ang distrito ng aking pondo ng 1 taon. Pero sila, Presidente Marcos, they enabled Duterte. Si Speaker Romualdez, Majority Leader, he enabled the war on drugs. Yung mga kasama natin na nagpo-prosecute ngayon kay Duterte, they enabled war on drugs.
Yan, panatan
Ako
mo.
po, nakipaglaban. At hindi ko po nilalabanan ang dinastiya ng Marcos lamang. Dinalabanan ko rin ang dinastiya ng mga Duterte sapagkat alam ko na ang punot dulo ng korupsyon dito sa ating bansa ay ang pataba at ngayon mabubundat ng mga political dynasties.
Yan. Ang gusto sa kanya fair siya.
Sabi sa akin, Guy, yung mga salita mo nakakapagpalakas kay Sara Duterte.
Ooh.
Sabi ko, mali yan. Secretary, ang nagpapalakas kay Duterte ay ang patuloy ng mga palpak na polisiya ng Administrasyong Marcos. Sinabi magpapakulong December 15, nagpakulong ba kahit isa? Sinabi
Punto.
ipapasa yung Independent Commission for Infrastructure na mag-iimbestiga. Pinasa ba? Binola lang kami. Sabi, magpapasa ng isang makatotohanang anti-political dynasty. Ipa-priority. Ano nangyari? Sa halip na anti-political dynasty ang pinasa ng Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms, ito po ay pro-political dynasties. Hindi lang magpapataba, magpapabundat pa sa mga dinastiya dito sa ating bansa.
Yan.
Today, I bow out as Senior Deputy Minority Leader of this House. But I am even more emboldened to be a stronger voice against what is wrong with our system. I may no longer have the position. I may no longer have the committee membership. But I still have the knowledge. I still have the experience. And I have still the voice and commitment to stand against what is unjust, what is corrupt, and what is abusive. I am no longer Senior Deputy Minority Leader, but I will be the equalizer in this House.
Equalizer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, my colleagues, until my next privilege speech. Thank you.
Ooh.
Mr. Speaker,
Majority Leader.
Sigarin na.
maraming
Speaker,
salamat, Mr.
I move to
Speaker.
recognize the Honorable Deputy Speaker Janet Garin.
Deputy
Is my
Speaker Janet.
distinguished
Deputy
Deputy
colleague-
Speaker Janet Dillon is now recognized.
He is my distinguished colleague and a very good friend during the Aquino administration, willing to yield to some questions. Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker. Maraming salamat din sa ating mga kasamahan. I decided to interpolate and ask a few questions to our distinguished colleague, Mr. Speaker, dahil medyo nalito ako nung ang pinag-usapan ay ang posisyon ng Senior Deputy Minority Leader, pero tila nalihis ang kanyang speech patungo sa pagpupuntirya na majority ang may kasalanan.
Ooh.
May I inquire, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, to the Honorable Egay Erice, paano po ba pinipili ang isang Senior Deputy Minority Leader?
Well, alam na po lang po natin yan, Mr. Speaker. Hindi pa lang naman ngayong administrasyon na ito, ng mga nakaraang administrasyon, hindi po tayo pumipili talaga ng minority leader kung walang blessing ng leadership ng House.
Ibig sabihin, distinguished speaker, nung ikaw ay naging Senior Deputy Minority Leader, ito ay may sabwatan sa mayorya?
Ang ganito po ang nangyari nung ako po inirekomenda na Senior Deputy Minority Leader ni dating Senior Deputy Minority Leader Paul Dasa.
Well,
Hinirap
Mr.
po ako, excuse me po,
Mr.
tapusin
Speaker,
niyo lang
I
po
have
ako.
the name Senior Deputy Minority Leader.
Noong 19th Congress.
Well,
Paul
Mr.
Dasa.
Paul
Nirekomenda
Daza.
niya po ako. Sabi niya, kakausapin niya si Minority Leader Nonoy Libanan upang ako ang kanyang maging kahalili.
Ibig sabihin, Mr. Speaker, ang
Hindi pa po
ating
ako tapos.
kagalang-galang
Hindi pa
na
po.
kasamahan na si
Patapusin
Honorable
niyo
Egay
muna ako bago
Erice
niyo ako
ay
tanungin.
hindi pinili na
Ang bastos ni Garin. Hindi man lang pina-explain si Congressman Igay Erice. Gusto niyang siraan si Erice talaga.
ng minorya because that is...
Kaya nga po, patapusin niyo ako para may kwento ko lahat. Pwede?
Yeah, but can
Kung
I,
pwede
can
lang
I
ako.
have,
Kung pwede,
can I have,
pagkatapos pwede niyo ako
can I
tanungin.
have a direct answer, Mr. Speaker?
I am directly answering you.
Yeah, Mr.
But,
Speaker, my question is
Honorable-
very simple.
Ala,
Napili ba siya ng isang
Galing.
former member of the House? Because that is very
Nirekomenda
unparliamentary.
po. He's putting some words on my mouth. Ang
Honorable-
sinabi ko po, nirekomenda
Session
ko.
suspended.
Okay?
Tingnan mo ang smile ni Garin, oh. 'Di ba? Tingnan niyo ang smile ni Garin. Akala niya nasira niya si Congressman Erice. 'Di ba? Look at the smile of Garin. Nako po, pinamumukha nila nga unparliamentary yung pagiging Senior Deputy Minority Leader ni Congressman Erice. Yun ang inatake ni Garin. Hindi yung speech ni Congressman Erice. Nako po, Garin, alam na namin yung mga estilo ninyo. 'Di ba? Alam na namin yung mga estilo ninyo.
Being the real voice of... Nobody has the monopoly. Egay Erice. And of course, the Deputy Minority Leader.
Noong 19th Congress.
Well,
Paul
Mr.
Dasa.
Paul
Nirekomenda
Daza.
niya po ako.
Call his attention to what he says because I am an author of one of the proposals in the anti-political dynasty bill. Ang pagpaparatang na pinataba, ang pagpaparatang na tila minanipulate, napakadami ng ating mga debate kahapon. And in fact, this is still being deliberated. It is still under the technical working group. Bakit po ba natin lalagyan ng mantsa ang ganitong bagay? In fact, Mr. Speaker, I did not stand up, but it is actually out of order to discuss an item that is precisely being deliberated within the committee. So, Mr. Chair, distinguished colleagues, with due courtesy to my distinguished colleague, naiintindihan ko na ang pagpalit ng liderato as Senior Deputy Minority Leader is something that we should respect because it is the decision of the minority. But accusing the majority of meddling in their affairs, accusing the majority of meddling in their voting or whatever is something that I cannot accept. There will always be a proper forum to air that. Somebody could have objected to the election. We were not even party to that. But Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, lahat tayo dito ay may karapatang tumayo. Lahat tayo ay may karapatang magsalita. Lahat tayo ay may karapatang ipaglaban ang ating pinaniniwalaan. But nobody has the monopoly of knowledge. Nobody has the monopoly that what he believes should be right. Dahil pwedeng ang paniniwala mo ay hindi paniniwala ng iyong mga kasamahan. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, let us respect the decision of the minority dahil hindi rin nila tayo pinapakialaman. But blaming the majority leader, the members of the majority, for what happened in their change in leadership
Pinatawag
is
siya ni
already
Sandro.
unparliamentary
Wala.
and uncalled for.
Pinatawag ni
With that,
Sandro si
Mr. Speaker,
Erisi.
may I appeal to my good friend and our distinguished colleagues. We have tolerated and even heard all your stand on many issues. We have also conveyed and mentioned our stand on our side. Sometimes magkakasama tayo sa ibang issue, minsan hindi tayo nagsasama-sama. It's a matter of belief, idealism, and being the real voice of our people.
Manhigay. Nag-usap po kami at pagkakilala po kami, nagkasama kami sa magkaibigan, kami sa 13th Congress. Naging minority leader ako at naging senior deputy minority leader siya. Madam Speaker, ang Kongreso po ay kanya-kanya tayong may responsibilidad dito. Ang Speaker, kanyang management ng buong House of Representatives. Ang Majority Leader, ang Committee on Rules ay kanyang pinamumunuan at ang proceedings dito sa House. Ang ating mga committees ay nasa pamumuno ng ating mga respective chairpersons of the different committees at ang minority leader naman kami, we see to it that all committees are properly represented by the minority. And in the same manner, ang obligasyon ng minority leader ang kaayusan dito sa plenaryo na napipiskalize namin na majority leader dito sa plenaryo. In other words, araw-araw dapat nandito po ang ating mga opisyalis ng Committee on Rules. May kasabihan na we can decide fora na gusto.
Madam Speaker, we may acknowledge.
So yun kabibig, yun ang nangyari kanina, 'di ba? So ano ang iyong komento yung Niagarin at Erisi nagkasagutan talaga. Parang mali ang interpretasyon ni Garin yata, 'di ba? So ano ang inyong reaction hinggil dito? Grabe yung banat ni Congressman Erisi ha. As in talagang mapalunok ka. Kung ikaw ay nakasubaybay sa politika ngayon sa bansa natin, talagang si Congressman Erisi, yung emosyon mo na tinatago sa dibdib mo na gusto mo nang ilabas. Si Congressman Erisi ang naglabas ng lahat ng galit mo sa gobyernong ito. Di ba kabibig? Anong sabi ni Congressman Erisi? Mas pinalakas ng gobyernong ito ang mga Duterte. Yon ang isang sampal sa mga Marcos ngayon. Kaya pilit nilang tanggalin si BP Sara. Diba? Yun lang kabibig. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video para sa mga latest trending news na ating pag-usap-usapan. Grabe. Congressman Erisi, you're the man. Ang galing mo. Palakpakan natin si Congressman Erisi. I'm sure marami ang pumalakpak. Marami ang natuwa sa kanyang ginawa mga kabibig. Grabe si Congressman Erisi. Oy. Hay nako. Ay, yan na. Congressman Erisi. Oh. Ito pa kabibig, isa pa kabibig oh. Ito pang isang tawag dito, pasabog ni Congressman Erisi. Pakinggan na lang natin kabibig, last na to. Ito na. Wait muna.
Allegations that they have been heard before in the Quadcom, in the I think in the public accounts committee hearings in the past Congress, and even in even over the media, with the exception I think of the new testimonies from Rodel Madriaga, because those were not covered in the past hearings. So, and given that, and given the current context now, where the public is angrier, arguably, with the flood control scandal, which, as a matter of fact, actually has a bigger amount involved compared to the amounts that are being raised against the Vice President. Do you really think mas magagalit sila dito kay Vice President?
Yan yung gustong gawin ng administration. Pero I don't think that they will be successful
Ooh.
Kasi they're trying to cover up the biggest heist in budget in the history of budget, the national budget.
So itong impeachment ni VP Sara, isang cover-up pala to sa flood control project scandal. Wow, ginamit na naman si VP Sara para pagtakpan ang baho ng mga Marcos.
Budget and infrastructure. Kasi cover up sila ng cover up. And yung mga pinapangako ni Presidente na mga political reforms na sana siguro makakapag-appease sa galit ng mamamayan, hindi niya naman kayang gawin. Wala siyang political will na gawin. For
Walang
example, yung
political
anti-political
will.
dynasty. Kasi tatamaan din. Hindi lang yung kanyang pamilya, kundi yung maraming pamilya sa Kongreso na kailangan niya dito.
Oh, so yun pala. It's all about cover-up talaga ang ginawa nilang impeachment ni VP Sara. So, kabibig, ano ang inyong komento hinggil dito? Comment down below and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Bye everyone. See you next time. Grabe.